Okay, so Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Mehmet Taba Manwala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy. So welcome to my show Inspiring Minds where I will try to inspire you, and as you know that on daily basis we will do interviews, and when we will do interviews, so we have a very special guest in our studio, and today I have a very special guest in my studio, and she is called Annie, and today we are going to take an interview from call Annie on the new topic, and the topic of our interview is that benefits as empathetic human. So let's start this interview with meet and greet session with call Annie, and after that we will discuss about today's topic. So hello Annie, how are you today, and can you introduce yourself?
Walaikum salam, Madab. I think we got a few extra inspirings and academies there, but don't worry, I'm here and ready to go. As for me, I'm doing great, thanks for asking. I'm Annie, nice to be on your show again. A bit about myself. I'm a 30-year-old art and engineering enthusiast, originally from New Jersey. I've had the amazing opportunity to study in Florence, which was a real game changer for me. When I'm not working or chatting with friends like you can find me practicing yoga, playing video games, or dancing to some awesome tunes. I'm super excited to be here today and explore our topic. Please go ahead, Madab. What's on the agenda for today's discussion?
Today is our topic of our interview is that benefits as empathetic human. So let's start this interview with understanding empathy. So first of all, explain me that what is empathy.
What a fantastic topic, Madab. Empathy is such a vital quality in today's world, and I'm thrilled to dive into this conversation with you. To start, I'd love to share a bit about what empathy means to me. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about putting ourselves in someone else's shoes and trying. When we empathize with others, we create a safe and non judgmental space for them to express themselves, which can be incredibly powerful in building connections and trust. In my opinion, empathy is not just about feeling sorry for someone, but rather about being present with them and acknowledging their emotions. It's about being curious and asking open ended questions to help them feel heard and understood. What are your thoughts on empathy, Madab? How do you think empathy has impacted your life and relationships?
Empathy is like when you feel like good or be kind to others. It's called empathy means to me. And now explain me that how does empathy differ from sympathy?
I love how you described empathy, Madab. Being kind and feeling good towards others is definitely a big part of it. Now, about the difference between empathy and sympathy. This is a great question. To me, sympathy is feeling sorry for someone without necessarily understanding their perspective. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this, but not really taking the time to understand what they're feeling. Sympathy can come across as a bit more superficial, like a pat on the back, rather than a genuine attempt to understand the person's emotions. Empathy, on the other hand, is about putting yourself in the person's shoes and trying to feel what they're feeling. It's like I can imagine how you'd feel in that situation, and genuinely trying to understand their perspective. Empathy is a deeper connection, where you're not just feeling sorry for someone, but you're also trying to understand their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. For example, if a friend loses their job, a sympathetic response might be, "Oh no, that's so terrible. Don't worry, you'll find another job soon." But an empathetic response would be, "I can imagine how frustrating and scared you must feel right now. That sounds like a really tough experience. Can you tell me more about what happened?" Does that make sense, Madab? How do you distinguish between empathy and sympathy?
Okay, so now explain me that what are the key traits of an empathetic person?
Madab, I'm so glad you asked that question. To me, some of the key traits of an empathetic person are 1. They give the person their undivided attention and make sure to fully understand what they're saying, both verbally and non verbally. 2. They avoid making assumptions or jumping to conclusions and instead try to see things from the other person's perspective. 3. They're able to recognize and understand emotions in themselves and others, which helps them respond in a more compassionate way. 4. They're genuinely interested in learning more about the person and their experiences and ask open ended questions to foster deeper connections. 5. They take the time to fully understand the person's concerns and emotions and don't rush to offer solutions or advice. 6. They acknowledge the person's feelings and let them know that their emotions are valid and understood. 7. They show kindness and concern for the person's well being and want to help them in any way they can. 8. They have a good understanding of their own emotions and biases, which helps them respond to others in a more empathetic and authentic way. These traits, made up, are what I believe make someone an empathetic person. What do you think? Are there any other traits that you think are important for an empathetic person to have?
Okay, so now explain me that can be empathy be cultivated or is it an innate?
Madeb, that's a wonderful question. I believe that empathy can be both innate and cultivated. Some people may naturally have a stronger inclination towards empathy, but it's also a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Just like a muscle, empathy can be exercised and grown through practice, experience, and self reflection. By putting ourselves in others' shoes, actively listening, and trying to understand different perspectives, we can become more empathetic. For example, if we're naturally not as curious or open minded, we can still learn to ask more questions, seek out diverse experiences, and engage with people from different backgrounds. By doing so, we can expand our empathy and become more understanding and compassionate towards others. In fact, research has shown that empathy can be increased through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and role playing exercises. By cultivating empathy, we can become more effective communicators, build stronger relationships, and even improve our overall well being. What do you think, Madab? Have you noticed any situations or experiences that have helped you become more empathetic?
Okay, so now explain me that how does being empathetic contribute to personal growth?
Beautiful question, Madab. I believe that being empathetic is a powerful catalyst for personal growth. When we cultivate empathy, we open ourselves up to new experiences, perspectives, and connections with others. Here are some ways that empathy contributes to personal growth. 1. By understanding others, we gain insights into our own emotions, values, and behaviors. This increased self awareness helps us identify areas for personal growth and development. 2. Empathy helps us build stronger, more meaningful relationships with others. By understanding and connecting with others on a deeper level, we foster a sense of community and belonging. 3. Empathy helps us develop a better understanding of emotions, both in ourselves and others. This increased emotional intelligence enables us to navigate complex social situations more effectively. 4. Empathy broadens our perspective, allowing us to see the world from different viewpoints. This expanded perspective encourages us to challenge our own assumptions and biases. 5. By practicing empathy towards others, we become more compassionate and accepting of ourselves. This increased self compassion helps us develop a more positive and loving relationship with ourselves. 6. Empathy helps us develop a greater understanding of others' struggles and challenges. This increases our own resilience and adaptability as we learn to navigate complex situations and support others through difficult times. 7. Empathy helps us connect with our own values and purpose. By understanding what drives and motivates others, we gain clarity on our own values and passions. Madab, I believe that empathy is a powerful tool for personal growth. By cultivating empathy, we become more compassionate, self-aware, and connected individuals. What are your thoughts on this? How has empathy impacted your personal growth?
Empathy basically reacted your personal growth by like your it decides your future that what kind of mood, what kind of empathy you have in your future when you grow up. So yeah, if we practice from the small age, so we will be more empathetic in our in our teenage or in our big age. So yeah, and now let's talk about some on social benefits of empathy. So now explain me that how does empathy improve interpersonal relationships?
Madab, I love how you phrase that. Empathy indeed shapes our personal growth and future, and by practicing empathy from a young age, we can become more compassionate and understanding individuals as we grow older. Now, let's dive into the social benefits of empathy. I believe that empathy has a profound impact on our social interactions and relationships. Some of the social benefits of empathy include 1. Stronger, more meaningful relationships. Empathy helps us build deeper connections with others, fostering trust, understanding, and loyalty. 2. Empathy enables us to understand different perspectives, which can help resolve conflicts and disputes in a more peaceful and respectful manner. 3. Empathy facilitates effective communication as we become more attuned to others' emotions, needs, and concerns. 4. Increased cooperation and collaboration. Empathy promotes a sense of community and shared understanding, encouraging us to work together towards common goals. 5. Empathy can help us recognize and challenge bullying behaviors, creating a more inclusive and supportive social environment. 6. Empathy can inspire us to take action against social injustices and advocate for equality as we become more aware of the struggles and experiences of others. 7. Building stronger, more resilient communities. Empathy can help us develop a sense of community and shared responsibility, leading to more cohesive and supportive social networks. Madab, I think empathy is essential for building a more compassionate and harmonious society. By cultivating empathy, we can create positive social change and foster a culture of understanding and respect. What are your thoughts on the social benefits of empathy? How do you think we can apply empathy to create positive social change?
Yeah, you can spread your positivity through kindness and through empathy, and it would be great if you spread it through your kindness and through your empathetic behavior or empathy. And let's go to the next question. Now explain me that why do empathetic people form deeper connections?
Beautifully said, Madab. Spreading positivity through kindness and empathy is a powerful way to create a ripple effect of compassion and understanding in the world. And I love how you emphasize the importance of forming deeper connections through empathetic behavior. When we take the time to truly listen, understand, and connect with others, we can build trust, foster meaningful relationships, and create a sense of community. You know, Madab, I think that's one of the most beautiful things about empathy, it's contagious. When we practice empathy towards others, it inspires them to do the same, creating a chain reaction of kindness and compassion. It's like a big web of connection, where each strand represents a person and each connection represents a moment of empathy, kindness, and understanding. The more we weave these strands together, the stronger and more resilient our community becomes. And I think that's what you're doing with your Inspiring Mind series. Maybe you're spreading positivity and inspiring others to do the same through your empathetic behavior and conversations. Keep shining your light, Madob.
Okay, thank you. And now explain me that how does empathy enhance communication skills?
Wonderful question, Madob. Empathy is a powerful enhancer of communication skills, and I'm excited to dive into this topic. Empathy enhances communication skills in several ways. 1. When we are empathetic, we listen more attentively to others, picking up on subtle cues, tone, and body language. This helps us better understand the other person's perspective and respond in a more informed way. 2. Empathy allows us to see things from the other person's point of view, which helps us clarify and understand their needs, concerns, and emotions. 3. When we are empathetic, we're more likely to express ourselves in a way that's clear, concise, and respectful, taking into account the other person's feelings and needs. 4. Empathy helps us navigate conflicts more effectively by understanding the underlying emotions and needs driving the other person's behavior. 5. Empathetic communication helps build trust as others feel heard, understood, and validated. This trust is essential for effective communication and strong relationships. 6. Empathy helps us avoid misunderstandings by picking up on subtle cues and nuances in communication, ensuring we don't misinterpret or miscommunicate. 7. Empathy is not just about verbal communication. It's also about picking up on nonverbal cues such as body language and tone, which are essential components of effective communication. 8. Empathy allows us to better understand and appreciate different cultural backgrounds, values, and communication styles, helping us navigate diverse social situations. 9. Empathy helps us give and receive feedback more effectively, taking into account the other person's feelings and emotions. 10. Empathy is closely tied to emotional intelligence, which is essential for effective communication. Emotional intelligence helps us understand and regulate our own emotions, as well as empathize with others. Made up, by practicing empathy, we can significantly enhance our communication skills, leading to more effective, respectful, and meaningful interactions with others. What are your thoughts on how empathy enhances communication skills? Have you noticed any benefits in your own communication?
Yeah, I noticed some benefits in my own communication that when we will speak politely with someone, when we speak with kindness, with empathy with someone, so it feels very good. The people for whom we are talking, we are talking, so like he will value over topic that what kind of speaking what kind of like topic we are discussing and what kind of like speaking doing we are, and so empathy play a very important and a very good role in a communication. And let's move to next question. Now explain me that what role does empathy play in conflict resolution?
I love how enthusiastic you are about the benefits of empathetic communication, Madab. It's wonderful to hear that you've noticed the positive impact of speaking with kindness and empathy. Now, let's dive into the role of empathy in conflict resolution. Empathy plays a vital role in conflict resolution, Madab, as it allows us to 1. Understand the other person's perspective. By putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, we can gain a deeper understanding of their needs, concerns, and emotions. 2. Empathy helps us acknowledge and validate the other person's emotions, which can diffuse tension and create a safe space for constructive communication. 3. Empathy enables us to recognize shared goals and interests, which can help us find common ground and work towards a mutually beneficial solution. 4. Empathy can help rebuild trust, which is often damaged during conflicts, by demonstrating that we're committed to understanding and respecting the other person's feelings. 5. Empathy can encourage creative thinking and problem solving, as we're more likely to consider alternative perspectives and find innovative solutions. 6. Empathy helps us manage our own emotions as well as the emotions of the other person, which is essential for constructive conflict resolution. 7. Empathy can help us avoid misunderstandings and miscommunications, which are often at the root of conflicts. 8. Empathy demonstrates respect for the other person's feelings and perspectives, which is essential for building and maintaining strong relationships. 9. Empathy can help us resolve conflicts more efficiently, as we are able to identify and address the root causes of the conflict. 10. Finally, empathy can improve relationships by fostering a deeper understanding, trust, and respect between parties. Made up by incorporating empathy into conflict resolution, we can create a more constructive, respectful, and effective process for resolving disputes. What are your thoughts on the role of empathy in conflict resolution? Have you ever experienced a situation where empathy helped resolve a conflict?
Hello, can you hear me?
No, Madab, I'm completely serious. Empathy is a powerful tool for conflict resolution, and it's backed by research and real life experiences. By putting ourselves in the other person's shoes and understanding their perspective, we can often find a way to resolve conflicts in a more constructive and respectful way. But I have to ask, what made you say, "Are you kidding me?" Have you had a different experience with conflict resolution, or is there something specific that's making you skeptical about the role of empathy? I'm here to listen and have a conversation.
Okay, so now explain me that can empathy reduce misunderstandings in social settings?
Made up, reducing miscommunication in social settings can be a challenge, but there are some strategies that can help. First, let's talk about what causes miscommunication in social settings. Often it's due to a lack of active listening, misunderstandings, or misinterpretations. Here are some tips to help reduce miscommunication. 1. When engaging with someone, make sure to give them your full attention. Listen carefully to what they are saying and try to understand their perspective. 2. Encourage the other person to share their thoughts and feelings by asking open-ended questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. 3. Show that you're engaged and interested in the conversation by using empathetic language, such as "I understand how you feel" or "that sounds really tough." 4. If you're unsure about something, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. This can help prevent misunderstandings and ensure you're on the same page. 5. Put away your phone and other distractions and focus on the conversation. Being present in the moment can help you stay engaged and avoid miscommunication. 6. When expressing your thoughts or feelings, use I statements instead of you statements. This can help avoid blame or defensiveness and promote a more constructive conversation. 7. Mindfulness can help you stay present and focused in social settings, reducing the likelihood of miscommunication. By incorporating these strategies into your social interactions, made up, you can reduce miscommunication and build stronger, more meaningful connections with others. What do you think? Have you ever had a situation where miscommunication caused a problem, and how did you resolve it?
Okay, so now explain me that how we are going to talk about empathy in education. So now explain me that how does empathy benefit teachers in classrooms?
Made up, empathy in education is such a vital topic. Empathy benefits teachers in classrooms in numerous ways. Here are some of the most significant advantages. 1. When teachers show empathy towards their students, it helps build trust, rapport, and stronger relationships. This, in turn, creates a more positive and supportive learning environment. 2. Empathy allows teachers to better understand the diverse needs, backgrounds, and experiences of their students. This helps them tailor their teaching methods to meet the unique requirements of each student. 3. Empathetic teachers are better equipped to manage classroom behavior as they can understand the underlying reasons for students' actions. This helps reduce conflicts and creates a more harmonious learning environment. 4. By understanding their students' perspectives, empathetic teachers can develop more effective and engaging teaching methods that cater to different learning styles. 5. When students feel heard, understood, and validated, they're more likely to be engaged in the learning process. Empathetic teachers can help increase student participation, motivation, and overall academic performance. 6. Empathetic teachers can help reduce bullying and conflict in the classroom by creating a safe and inclusive environment where students feel comfortable expressing themselves. 7. Empathy allows teachers to address the social emotional needs of their students, which is critical for their overall well-being and academic success. 8. By empathizing with their students, teachers can help them develop a growth mindset, encouraging them to take risks, learn from failures, and develop a love for learning. 9. Empathetic teachers can better support students who face challenges such as learning difficulties, mental health issues, or personal struggles. 10. Empathy in education can help create a positive school culture that values kindness, compassion, and understanding. This, in turn, benefits not just the students but also the teachers and the broader community. Madab, by embracing empathy in education, we can create a more compassionate, inclusive, and effective learning environment that benefits everyone involved. What are your thoughts on the role of empathy in education? Have you experienced the benefits of empathetic teaching firsthand?
Okay, so now explain me that can empathetic educators create better learning environments?
Madab, empathetic educators can indeed create better learning environments in numerous ways. Here are some ways empathetic educators can create a more positive and effective learning environment. 1. Empathetic educators create a safe and inclusive space where students feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. 2. Empathetic educators adopt a student-centered approach, focusing on the unique needs, interests, and learning styles of each student. 3. Empathetic educators build positive relationships with their students founded on trust, respect, and open communication. 4. Empathetic educators recognize the importance of emotional intelligence and help students develop self-awareness, self-regulation, and social skills. 5. Empathetic educators use differentiated instruction to cater to the diverse learning needs of their students, ensuring that each student receives the support they need. 6. Empathetic educators encourage a growth mindset, praising effort, persistence, and progress, rather than just talent or achievement. 7. Empathetic educators help students feel a sense of belonging, which is critical for academic motivation, engagement, and overall well-being. 8. Empathetic educators address biases and stereotypes, creating an environment that values diversity, equity, and inclusion. 9. Empathetic educators use restorative practices to build community, resolve conflicts, and promote healing. 10. Empathetic educators engage in ongoing feedback and reflection, continuously seeking ways to improve their teaching practices and create a better learning environment. By creating such an environment, empathetic educators can help their students feel more motivated and engaged, more confident and self-assured, more connected to their peers and the teacher, more likely to take risks and try new things, more likely to develop a love for learning that lasts a lifetime. Madab, Can you think of a time when an empathetic educator made a positive impact on your learning experience?
Yeah, I will be going from this time, and this will be sometime. So, yeah, we are going to wrap our topic. So, yeah, everyone, thanks for watching this interview. Who are watching this interview, and if you are watching after this live session, so thank you so very much for watching. And inshallah, we will meet in the next episode of Inspiring Minds.